Hey, hey. Welcome everybody to Miss Glow's Kitchen, where there's sugar, spice, and everything nice, where we slice, dice, and entice, using everything we can, from peppers to allspice. What's up, my people? Y'all know what time it is? See y'all in the kitchen.
Hey fam, an Asian pasta salad is on the menu today. Check this out. I'm going to show you how to make this. This is a great summer side. The flavor is off the chain. It's off the map. Trust me when I tell you that. So let me get right into telling you what you need to make this. So very quickly, I'm going to tell you what you need to make the sauce, because all you got to do is put it in a bowl and mix it up. So you need some vegetable oil, rice wine vinegar, brown sugar, sesame oil, soy sauce, and sesame seeds. So it's all going to go in one bowl. Stir it up really quickly. Easy peasy. We got it. Let's move on to actually mixing this up. Alright, what you're basically going to see me do right here is just take everything, put it in a bowl, and mix it up with a whisk. If you got like a little mason jar or a bowl with a top or something like that, you can put all this in and just shake it up really quickly. But before we go any further, if you haven't hit that like button, that subscribe button, share, please do so now. Hit that bell for notifications so you will be one of the first ones to know when I put new videos up. And trust me, that is happening as we speak. Alright, so just take everything, no particular order. I know right now I'm taking my time, but I'm I'm in the kitchen with other people having a conversation. But what happens right here is I'm just going to put everything in, whisk it up, and we good to go. Now, if you do not have a bowl with a top or a jar with a top or something like that, don't worry about it. Put it in a bowl like this and whisk it. Just make sure that when you pour this this dressing, I keep calling it sauce, but it's a dressing. When you pour this dressing over the salad, just make sure you scrape your bowl and get all of it out. Get every bit of it out. This may look like it's only a little bit, but trust me, it's packed full of flavor. And it just made that salad taste so good. So good. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next step now. So I want to grate fresh carrots. I want to show you how to clean them and do that and everything. If you want to get shredded carrots from the store, you can. I don't, because I think those the shredded carrots, they're too thick. They're too big for me. They look like they've actually been cut somehow with a machine or anything. But okay, that's neither here nor there. All right, now, first thing you want to do, you want to wet your carrots. And you want to scrape this dirty coating off the outside. And you find out when you scrape this dirty coating off, you're going to get a very vibrant orange out of it. So if you leave that on, you're going to get a darker colored carrot in your salad. So if you want a really beautiful color, then scrape this off the outside of it. It's dirty anyway. It's dirt. So scrape it off. And so I'm going to do both of them like that. And then I'm going to grate it up. So we're going to need about a cup of these shredded carrots. I'm going to use 2 carrots, and I'm hoping that one shredded, that's enough. So, all right. So remember, wet these first and then scrape them. So that's what I do. But if you can manage to somehow scrape them dry, then that's cool. So it's kind of like, you see, I got the knife like on a bit of an angle. Got it on a bit of an angle, and then just run it down. You run it down like that, you'll get that dirty outside coating off for sure. So don't exactly have it straight up and down as if you're cutting. So make sure it's like almost at a 45-degree angle. If you see how I'm holding the knife, be really careful here, especially if you are a beginner in the kitchen. Just be really careful with that. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Now at the end, if you're going to use the top of the carrot up there, well, you can turn the carrot around and then scrape the rest of it at the top, which is what I'll normally do. But anyway, we're going to move on to the grating part. So I'll just fold my wax paper, and that's pretty convenient. Fold my wax paper in half, and then if you want to grate this in a bowl or something, you can. But since I already had the wax paper and I had the little dirty things, I'll just fold it over and use it. And it kind of makes for easy cleanup too. So instead of having the extra bowl to clean up, this one works out, and you can just pick these shreds up and just put them in the cup to measure them. So again, like I said, we need about a cup. If you're not a carrot fan and you want to put like a half cup in there, then that's fine. All right, so this technique, you can use this for if you're making coleslaw, if you're making anything. You can use this technique to clean it off and then just get a brighter color out of it. So we eat with our eyes before anything else. We eat. with our eyes before we actually taste the food. So it just needs to look good. So look at those shreds. It's nice and bright. It's almost like a neon orange. I tickle myself, I know. All right, anyway. So I'm going to keep going until we get enough of them done. So I just kind of want you to watch the technique. So there's different kinds of the shredders, the graters. There's different kinds. I'm just using one now that's handheld, but they have some that stand up and they have a little cup in the bottom that'll catch your veggies as you grate them or whatever. But this is fine for me. So I just want to scoop this up. I'm going to see how much we have since we need. Oh, look at that. So basically we need about a good, that wasn't a large carrot, so we need a good medium carrot. So we need about 8 ounces of this, or a cup, or a medium carrot, if you will. All right, so I'm going to move on now again to next step. Cilantro's next. Now, when it's in a bunch like this, and what I normally do, what I have done is rinsed it off, the whole bunch in the sink. I shook it off really good, because sometimes this will have sand and dirt on it. Shake it off really good, and what you do is you put it in a paper towel, and you wrap it all around, and you pat it dry. So that's what I've done. All around there, pat it dry. Bring it to your board. I just cut the top of it off, and any of the stems, I kind of got rid of them. So for this recipe, you kind of want a rough chop of the cilantro, but I tell you what, you can make these pieces of cilantro, you can make them as big or as small as you like. So it's really going to be up to you. So as you watch me chop, and we'll need about 3/4 of a cup. So all right, so chop this as big or as small as you like. So it depends on how much you like cilantro. It's got a fresh taste to it, so if you want to do big chop, that's fine. But if you want to finely chop this, you can do that too. So if you put it in a processor, then make sure you only put it in there for 30 seconds, or you pulse it and keep watching it until you get it to where you want it, how you would like it cut. So all right, see how easy that was? So easy. But make sure, don't forget, wash your cilantro while it's in a bunch and shake it really hard over in the sink, and then make sure you put it in paper towels and you dry it really well before you chop it. And that's that. So you're going to see here, it's going to be about 3/4 of a cup, and that is fine. So that top of it, that bunch, the top of the bunch gave us some, plus a little bit extra, but it at least gave us some. So all right, 3/4 of a cup. Okay, if you're not really a cilantro lover, then you can do about 1/2 of a cup, and that would be fine. So you can see, if we push that down a little bit, it's going to be about 3/4. So all right, and we'll move on to the green onions now. So green onions, do the same thing. Make sure you wash them off really well, shake them, and then wrap them in paper towels, dry them off, and then chop them. So here you can see I chopped the ends off. I don't want those. And after that, we're going to chop this. We're going to slice them kind of thin. You can, if you are a green onion lover and you want to chop it a little bit thicker, in this recipe, I think it's okay if you do that. But I'm going to slice it pretty thin here. And so for the green onion, it's like 1/2 cup. So after this one, this is going to be like a quarter cup. So you're going to see me put it in a cup, and it's going to turn into about 1/4 cup, which is fine, because I'm going to cut another one up after this. So I just want to show you how I do it. All right, so I'll keep cutting. So use the white and the green part. Both parts are fine. All right, keep chopping away. And some people have a preference. They don't like to use that white part of it, but I do. So my suggestion to you is you use it too, because if it works, it'll give the dish a good flavor. All right, so it's about 1/4. All right, and then we'll move on and chop the rest so we can end up with a 1/2 cup. So in the background, you'll see that I put the dressing for it in a cup, like a plastic cup with a top on it. So I'll just be able to shake it up and just pour it over after that. So this is everything we need to make the salad. So that is the chicken breast, the bow tie pasta, shredded carrots, cilantro, green onions. What I don't have pictured here is crumbled salmon. I'm going to put some crumbled salmon in here that I found in the store. And it boosts the flavor so much. So good. All right, so I'm going to list this stuff in the description box down below. But now we're just going to go to assembling the salad. Now watch this. So into this bowl, we start putting our ingredients. Don't put the dressing yet. Don't do that. So we're going to mix up all of the ingredients that we have in those bowls on the side right there. All right, so don't stir this too hard either, because you want to do like a folding technique or lightly stir it. Just keep turning it over until it mixes well, but don't mix this too hard. You don't want to tear your bow tie pasta up doing that. So you want to keep your salad as beautiful. You want to keep it as pretty as you can. So you can see I'm using a technique where I'm just pulling from the bottom to the top to get it mixed up. So I'll keep doing that. I'll keep turning the bowl until I get this completely mixed the way that I want to mix it. All right, so in goes the shredded carrots, the cilantro, and the green onions. All right, and this is the base for our salad. Ooh, this is what's so good. I'm telling y'all, this is so good. So if you haven't tried this before, please do try it. You're looking for a new salad for the 4th of July. You're looking for a new summer salad. This is it. Trust me when I tell you that this is it. All right, so if you're new to the kitchen, if you're a beginning cook, I want you to look at something here. I've got all of this salad in this bowl, and as you can see, I'm not able to mix it properly. So here you will see that I'll switch the bowl. So I'll switch out to a bigger one so that I can get it properly mixed and we can get all of the flavors distributed evenly. That's what we want to do. All right? We'll switch out here. If you're a newbie in the kitchen, doesn't matter. Do what you have to do to make your food the correct way. So that bowl is just too small. It's good for serving. It's good for presentation, but at that point I had too much pasta to mix it properly in that bowl. So we get it in this one and just mix this really well. All right, now look. So I'm able to do it much better. Look at that. The technique for spinning the bowl and pulling from the bottom is just much better here. All right, so that's the dressing. You can see that I shook the dressing up a little bit. So, because I want to get those sesame seeds evenly distributed. I don't want them just to, and so you can see that I should have shook it up a little bit more. I left a little bit of my brown sugar in there. Oh, and another tip too, if you want to use a darker brown sugar, you can. That was a really light brown sugar. So if you want to use a darker brown sugar, that's cool. So see, I got my scraper. I'm getting all of my ingredients out. I have to. All right, so you want to get maximum flavor out. You want to make sure you get all of your ingredients. So all of your ingredients to that dressing. So you can see once again, I did not shake it as hard as I could have or stirred it up as hard as I could have. So you want to make sure before you pour it over your salad that you vigorously shake it, that you get all of your ingredients mixed thoroughly. All right, but this still turned out great. So you got to learn how to fix things. When things happen in the kitchen, you got to learn how to fix it. All right, so it's always an easy fix some type of way. Sometimes you just have to stop and think. And so at this point with the salad, what you really want to do here is you want to stop and you want to taste it. Because you want to make sure your flavors are distributed all the way through. But you're going to give this salad time too after you make it. You want to give it time for the flavors to marry. So you're going to give it time to sit off to the side. So this isn't as flavorful as it will be once it sits for a while. So you just want to make sure. So therefore I tasted it right there because I just want to make sure if there's anything I need to adjust. I need to put a little bit here, a little bit there, but actually it wasn't. The darn salad is perfect. All right, a little bit of black pepper. That's just me. That is optional. Optional. You don't want to put black pepper in there? Don't. You don't have to. It's not part of the recipe. It's just something I wanted to do right there after I tasted it. I just felt like it needed a little bit of pepper. So that's what you do at this point. You taste it. If you want to put pepper in it, that's fine. All right, so I'm going to taste it again. I'm going to make sure I get some of the chicken on the fork and some of the pasta. All right. So good enough. Good enough. I love it. All right, so I did tell you earlier that I had about 8 ounces or a cup of cooked salmon. So crumbled salmon. I put that in there, and trust me, oh wow, this bumped it up. Bumped the flavor up like crazy. So I like salmon. If you like salmon or some type of fish, because it's Asian and those Asian flavors go well with fish. So if you want to put some type of fish in here, and I put the salmon, but if you want to put, a white flaky fish in here or something, by all means try it. You definitely can. You definitely can put a tilapia, something like that. But it just depends. If you're a fish lover, then you can add fish in there. It's great. All right, so you want to get this mixed up really well. And once this is mixed up really, really well, because that's the last thing that's going in here. I'm not going to put anything else. And this is what it looks like on a plate. Check that out, people. It looks delicious and refreshing. Trust me, it is. Y'all better go make this. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. As always, I appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.